Alrighty guys, we're back into another video for the best settings in Party Animals. Now it's not really hard to find the best settings because most of the time it's already defaulted, but we're going to go over them just to make sure everybody understands what the best settings are for the game. So in your general tab, you'll typically have your server region right here. It should be the lowest MS right here, and this is like your ping rate from your server you're playing on right here. Keep this on auto. You can go down to the in-game UI. I always keep that on. You can go and change your FPS. All this stuff is default. Keep player names on. Now if you are a streamer, I do recommend changing some of this stuff, but other than that, general tab, that's pretty much all for general tab. Go into the graphics tab. It depends on your monitor and your display. So I always play on full screen, and right now I'm on a 1440p monitor. AMD, DLSS, you can just keep these the way they are, off, or quality, and if they're any different, change them to this. NVIDIA Reflex, I keep that off. VSync, I have it on my monitor, so I keep that on. Instead of having limited to 30 frames a second, you want to keep it on 60. Presets, I have my presets as high. You can set yours to ultra if your PC can handle it, but while I record, and the best frame rate I've gotten is based off a high, but you can switch to ultra or lower it if your PC is not to the best specs, but typically high should be the best, and keep all these settings the same right here. Moving to the sound tab, I always keep my master volume down a little bit lower, but my SFX volume is going to be at 100%. And the music is super low. I like having that in the videos, but during the gameplay you can probably turn that down to probably 0 just so it's not distracting. Your listening scope, I always do team only. Voice chat, I like bringing it down probably to about 50 or 75 if you are talking to people in game a lot more. So it's really up to you. My microphone's always been push to talk, and you can check your microphone here, but these are the best settings to have. Keep it 75. And finally, your control tab, turn controller vibration off. Do not keep that on. Do not keep that on. This hold middle button to rotate, I always keep that off as well. And these are my default sensitivities. I use a mouse sensitivity and use the raw input from that, so this doesn't really change it. It really depends on how you want to play. I always say start off slow and build up higher if you want to do more. Use a controller though, that is the best thing to use for this game. And keep all your other buttons the same unless you feel comfortable changing them, but you should 100% keep everything the same, keep everything default, and change a couple things like the graphics like I told you before. But other than that, that is the best settings to have in Party Animals.